2. We'll do a little refresher on the world and our characters if you're joining us for the first time. The world of Erda is dominated by the race of men and their 7 languages and cultures. The elves and gnomes keep their solemn oaths to the old god Sylvanas by guarding the forests of old, and curse the fey races of the Eladrin and Sedai who forsook their oaths to the forests to find their heart's desires in the fey realm. High in the mountain, the giant races of the Jotun and Goliath live in cities of ice, designed and ruled by the Jotuns, and built and maintained by the Goliaths. Our story takes us to the Rovak-speaking land of Barovia, a principality that was once part of a great empire, until a cursed mist fell over the land, separating it and its ruler, the Tzar Strahd Von Zarovich, from the rest of the empire. For over 500 years, Barovia has been ruled by the Tsar, and the mists are impenetrable to all with the exception of a few trade delegations selected by the Tsar, and the odd adventurer let in by the dark powers that created the mists. The player characters have been permitted by the dark powers to pass through the mists into the land of Barovia. Sketch plays Ulark Lionbane, a human grave cleric from the Gaelish-speaking Isle of Koltana. A follower of the old gods, Ulark has devoted his life to the worship of the Raven Queen, goddess of memory and the passage from life to death. She has sent Ulark on a mission to strengthen the few who still worship the old gods within Barovia, and to free them from its curse. Locke plays Raphael Loez, a human clerical knight from the Flurkay-speaking kingdom of Serkeni. Raphael, a follower of the gods of Duat, is a special champion to Sekhmet, the warrior goddess of healing. A centuries-old curse lies upon all his bloodline, and Barovia holds the key to its end. Cynthia plays Sorsha Sheridan, a Sedai druid of dreams who has come to Barovia to make right the wrongs of one of her past lives. Salandra plays Melris, a Sedai thief rogue uh, who since being banished from the Feywild at age 12, has lived in the Rovak-speaking city of Svetlag. After years of scraping by, her Fey nature was discovered, and she was chased from the city and wandered into the mists of Barovia. Narcy plays Rowan Silverius, an Eladrin Fey-blood sorcerer who, in his wanderings of the Feywild, unknowingly passed through a Fey crossing into Barovia. Will plays Damien Finthris Duval III, a half-elf warlock in service to a council of beings cloaked in shadow. His orders are to learn the secrets of Strahd von Zarovich, and if possible, destroy him. So last week, most of our characters entered into Barovia and came across a woman named Madame Ava, uh, who told you all of why it is that you have come here. She seemed to have a knowledge of your each individual backgrounds and informed you that in order for you to survive, you would have to stick together. And the first order of business would be to bury the uh, Burgomeister of Barovac. You entered into Barovac, where you found 2 children who seemed to be in some distress. You learned that there was a monster that was in their house, and so they were afraid to go inside. They were able to lure you inside, whereupon the front door slammed behind you, and there were a few attempts made to open a window, but it seemed almost indestructible. You found a little dog named Lancelot, and you've made your way up towards the top of the house. There's still 1 floor above you, and one of the uh, suits of armor in the hall has just animated and is beginning to attack you.
Is it
Let me.
obvious that the suit of armor is animated, or is it just moving?
Yes, it is. It is moving menacingly towards you. Let me change our music to like some battle music. Neon Drive. We'll do that one.
We're all about to get vibe checked by this guy.
Let me know if the music is too low or too high. I don't even hear it at all right now. Does anybody hear it?
Yeah, I can
I
hear
hear
it.
it.
This is battle music?
Is this the right one? Yeah, it is. Let me just start turning up. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's like ominous battle music. Okay. Let me pull up. Animated. So let me get him. Oh yeah, let me get our little initiative tracker. Let me get rid of these guys. Okay, go ahead and select your token and then roll initiative. Ah.
Oh my god.
No.
What
Wait.
the hell?
Oh, did you guys just notice the name? Improved animated armor.
Oh no, I was just
No, we
commenting
can't
on
do
the
that.
low initiatives.
It's still enough, luckily.
You can have decimals in this?
I don't know.
It uses your-
15.18?
it
Oh,
uses-
Yeah.
and
it uses your dex score to break ties.
here, let me
Ah.
pull out our other characters. Let's see here.
Oh no, I do see the animated armor on the rolls.
Yeah, it just says animated armor though. Nothing about improved.
Ooh,
That's
you're
good to
small.
know though.
Okay. Let's see here. Where is... And there's Rowan. I don't know why you guys are always come out small. Let's see here. Oopsies, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, so Will and Narcy, go ahead and select your tokens and roll initiative. You won't be in the first round, but I want you all to be in initiative.
The entire map is actually black for me.
Let me check something.
Do you
Maybe I
have dark
forgot.
vision?
I forgot to give you vision. Sorry.
This is not my
You can-
blind monk character.
I thought I
It was
got
a
everyone,
fitting.
but I guess
Would highly
that's-
recommend using the dog. The dog can be used as a light source.
Not anymore.
Oh,
That's been fixed.
Yeah, that's been fixed. Yeah.
Lancelot's no longer a torch.
Okay.
the beacon in our lives.
Save settings. Narcy, you can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let me just change the little thing here so we always have vision for you. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Okay, has everyone rolled initiative? So we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
Yep. Sorry, I have to pull it up. There you go.
we go. Okay, Ulark gets to go first.
Alright, well. Let's see here. I guess I'll go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on this suit of armor. It's
Okay.
about to attack us.
Yeah. That's a dex save, right?
Yes, that's a dex save for the target.
Okay, what's your DC?
1d8.
No, what's your DC?
Oh, sorry. How
Click
do I
the
check
spell.
DC?
Just click the spell, it should come up.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
There you
Oh,
go.
it just barely makes it. So, light descends upon him. Oh, let me make sure the music is on repeat. Yeah, I think it is. Yes, so light descends upon the suit of armor, the light gleaming from its the polished steel. However, it seems to have no effect on it. You still have a bonus action, and your movement. Do you want to do anything with those?
No, not right now.
Okay. Now it is Lillian's turn.
Okay. I forget how to play a rogue. I can do the sneak attack thing, right?
Yes, because Ulark is next to it.
Okay. So I guess I check that. And I'm gonna.
And just so you guys know, we do flanking here, as long as someone is, threatening them with melee.
Okay. I'm gonna check sneak attack. I think this is right. I'm gonna do an attack with my crossbow. Do I?
Okay.
I select myself.
If you want, one of the things you can do is if you don't use any of your movement, you can use your bonus action to aim to get advantage. Do you want to do that?
Sure. How do I give myself
would just be-
advantage?
So
Oh.
you should it should already come up where it rolls twice. If not, then you'll just roll twice. So,
Okay.
So just go ahead and click the attack, and we'll see if you've already got it on advantage. Yeah, it's on advantage. So you take
Cool.
the higher roll. Unfortunately, a 15 does not hit.
Dang.
It just pings off of the armor, and it kind of it turns its like empty gaze towards you.
Fine. We're gonna be just fine.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that's your turn, and now it's Rowan's. No, Rowan is charging up the staircase, and so is Damien.
I'll turn to Rowan and say, "Quit fixing your hair. We'll do that when we're up there. Come on."
It's kind of like.
I just check your hair; it falls perfectly. And now it is Sorsha's turn.
Okay. I would like to use my cantrip Primal Savagery
Ooh,
and
go ahead and click that.
yeah, let me go do that.
Okay.
So there's that, I think. And I guess I will use my movement.
Ooh. So roll the it's a spell attack, right?
Just this 1d10 acid damage. Does that?
Right. Make a melee attack. So you gotta do a melee spell attack. So just do I guess for now just click anything that you have proficiency in that's wisdom. It'll be the same. So like a perception check.
Okay.
We'll actually do the trick. Ooh.
Oh my god.
You stumble forward, and like the acid just kind of like falls onto your lap, and you take 1 point of acid damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's you still have movement left. Do you want to do anything with your movement? Or if there's like a bonus action spell you want to cast, since you did a cantrip, you could do that as well.
I'm just looking to see if I have anything prepared that's a bonus action. Ooh, yeah, sure. I will cast Flameblade. Seeing as I just hurt myself with my own acid, I hope I don't burn myself with fire.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Click on that spell. It should. Oh, can you switch it so that it does the attack? Do you know how to do that? I can do that if you don't.
Switch it so that it does the attack, or
yeah.
what?
Here.
Like add it to my attacks.
So the way you do this I'll go ahead and do this for you. Maybe you can do this for your other ones too.
Okay, yeah.
So let's pull that down. So you go into your spells. Let's see, that's a second level spell, right?
Yes.
Where is it? Hmm. Oh, that's those. Okay, there we go, flame it. Okay, so you would click on the little eye. Oopsies. And then you would click on the little gear under the spell. And then let's see here. One section. Don't know why. Concentration. I don't know why it doesn't have the. I don't see the ability to change it. That's weird.
Change it. Like how so?
To make it an attack.
You might just have to add an attack.
Oh, there we are. I'm sorry. Output under spell card, you do attack. So I just switched it from spell card to attack.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that with all of your spells that are attacks.
Okay, I'll start working on that.
Yeah, but for the moment, now just click on Flame Blade, the spell, and it'll automatically do an attack.
Is it showing anything for you?
It's loading.
Okay.
I don't see what the result is, but I see. If you guys see it might be. Things are always slower on the DM's side. So if you guys see in chat what the Flame Blade attack is, can you tell me?
It's not. There's no number in there.
Well, it says a self.
Yeah, it doesn't have the attack roll on it.
That's weird. Okay.
So, it's because it's an evocation, it just summons the weapon technically as the spell. The attack is made as a melee attack.
You can just roll a d20 if you want to speed it up and then just add your.
Yeah, or you could just do, like I said, a perception check, because it's the same as the spell.
That went
attack.
super well for me last time.
Yeah, so you could just do Ooh, nice. Yeah, that hits. And then it's how much damage? Let's see. 3d6 fire. So go ahead and roll 3d6. Okay. Let me check something.
At least I hit this time.
Okay. Okie dokie. So, minus 12. So that's your turn. And now it is Raphael's turn.
So am I at the bottom of the stairs?
Yes, you're at the bottom of the stairs. So the opening is right over here. So you have to make your way
around.
You would have to go around to be able to get over here to yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Would this give me flanking advantage with?
No, because you're not directly across. And then also you only have 30 feet of movement, I think.
Yeah, so it was 30. 5, 10, 15, 20,
okay.
25. Depending if you want to count this corner.
Okay, let's see. It was like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, no, you're right. It's fine. It was 30. Okay. If someone else gets over there, then you will have advantage, but not at the moment. So are you going to do an attack? What's Raphael going to do?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and attack one-handed longsword.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, and that's that.
Oh dear, yeah. It just clings against his armor. He kind of glances at you and then focuses his attention on Sorsha. He's kind of like, you're not a threat. And that's his turn. And he's gonna go for Sorsha. So he gets 2 attacks. Ada is how you know her. Okay. Let me look at your armor
So-
class.
I'd like to use my reaction on one of those attacks to
Okay.
use my fighting style protection.
Ooh, okay. How does that work? To impose disadvantage on the attack roll. Okay, we'll assume it would be the first. I will say, try and say this before I roll. But
Well,
yeah.
I did
Yeah.
have to know who you were attacking first.
Yeah. I'll try and do better now that I remember that you have that. But yes,
because those both just hit.
just 12. Well, he gets disadvantage on the first attack, so it's a 12.
Okay.
But the second one I think hits, right? Your armor class is 15 or less.
Yeah, my armor class is 15.
Okay. So let's see. So you take 7 bludgeoning damages. He just kind of punches you in the stomach. And then now it is Ulark's turn.
All right. I think I'm gonna use one of my spell slots and cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, nice. That's a ranged attack, right?
Yes.
You'll have disadvantage because you're in melee.
Okay, so in that case, never mind. I'm going to whack him with my quarterstaff two-handed.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to move over here so you get advantage?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, the first attack misses, but the second attack hit. So go ahead and roll damage on the second.
Oh, sorry.
You just click, yeah.
Click on.
So
What,
in
sorry?
in the
In the
chat,
chat.
where it says quarterstaff two-handed, in the chat, click on that, and then it'll roll.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Okay. Why does it have? Oh, did you just accidentally do it twice?
I think so.
Okay, we'll take the first one then. Do you? Oh, that's sad. Yeah. So he takes 2 bludgeoning damage. Okay. Now it is Lillian's turn. What's Lillian up to?
She's gonna try the same attack.
Okay, so you're gonna not move at all so you can get advantage and aim.
Yeah, she's gonna like try and like find an opening between everyone because everyone's like
Okay.
crouched up there together. So we'll do
Go ahead and
that.
roll that.
There
Oh
we
yay,
go.
24. There you go.
There we go.
So it deals 11 damage.
Good stuff.
So like it goes into like the eye socket area, and it's kind of like protruding, and it kind of moves his head back and forth like it's uncomfortable. He
She'll-
doesn't like it.
She'll do a little yes. And that'll be it for her.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now it is Rowan's turn. So I will say that you are right here. You have used 5 feet of movement to get there. So you have 25 left.
Cool. I want to take like 10 feet back.
Okay.
And then I'll just pull out a flower and then just rose whip this guy.
Cool. Go ahead and roll.
But
What's the
Yes. Wait, what?
30 feet? Okay, never mind. You're fine.
Sorry, that's actually
Okay.
supposed to be +6, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't hit anyway. I'll fix that.
Okay. So you see this. Why don't you go ahead and describe your character to everyone?
Yeah, so he's just a young-looking lad. He's just wearing like simple clothes, just like a white little silk shirt, and then some like light red pants.
about how old does he look?
He's human. He looks about like 21.
Is he a pretty boy?
Hold on, I think I have a bigger picture. But yeah.
You asked if he's a pretty boy.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you you shoot out like these flowers and thorns. However, they just kind of like lightly caress the armor, and it kind of looks towards you, and you feel a connection for a moment.
Interesting.
That's your turn, and now it is Damien's turn. So Damien appears right here. Oopsies, did I get the right spot? No, right there. And you've used 5 feet of movement to get there, so you have 25 left.
Absolutely. I will use my action to bring my hands together and pull them apart, summoning my pact weapon, a shadowy looking ornate saber.
Ooh.
And then I'll use my bonus action to use Form Dread. I just posted it there so you can read that.
Okay.
But as I come in and I summon this saber, this ornate mask of shadow begins to form around my face, and this long gothic cape made of that similar shadowy flowing material comes off.
Ooh, I like it. What do you look like before you do the dread transformation?
Absolutely. So Damien is a half elf. Looks like he's probably 27 to early 30s, in that range. His clothes are very noble and ornate. They're all black with this like gold trim. He has this nice like red belt, and his gloves are also this like crimson red color. He's wearing this vest that kind of like cuts down further down his chest, and
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
Oh no.
Good session,
Oh
guys.
dear. Well, I will read his ability while we wait for him to come back.
His description was too
Great.
awesome.
Yeah.
hello.
Did he come back? Your description was too awesome for Discord to handle.
I suppose. But he has these many like golden metallic areas, and on his fingertips he has some of those like sharper, not nails, but they're like rings that you put on that give the appearance of claws.
Yeah.
He has this long black hair, and his eyes have this almost like this blood red gleam to them.
Ooh.
But
Okay,
yeah,
let me read the ability. Let's see. You gain temporary hit points.
which I'll roll.
Turn. Oopsies.
So 5 temporary hit points.
Extra turns when you hit a creature. Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Do you have proficiency in Arcana?
I do not.
Okay, then never mind.
But that will
Okay.
be my turn, and I'll stand where I am.
Okay. By the way, where you are, is the bottom of the stairs. So in order to get next to the thing, you'll have to move to over here.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So you'll have to go this way, and that way.
Pass a child.
Yep. And it's difficult terrain to move through friendly creatures. So
Gotcha.
it's gonna be you're not gonna make it very far. So you might as well start moving now.
I will. I have an idea. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Okay. So now it is Sorsha's turn. What's Sorsha up to?
Jeez. I think maybe I read the Flame Blade spell wrong. I think it's a bonus action to evoke the blade, but an action to strike with it, so I think that my action from last turn should probably count towards this turn. If that makes sense?
Yeah. No, that's fine. You can go ahead and just do an attack. No.
Okay. I'm going to attack with the flame blade again.
Okay. Go for it.
Damn it.
What did it roll? It hasn't come up for me yet.
It's
I
not
think.
rolling. It's
Hold on, let me take a look.
Like I see that it's there. It's just the number hasn't shown up yet.
I think I need to adjust in the attack.
Oh yeah, it just says self. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just do a perception check again.
I just updated it, so let me see if it'll work this time.
Go ahead and click it again. Yay!
There it is.
I don't think that's enough, but it worked this time.
No, you missed. It just kind of like you just kind of like caress it, and
Ew.
you get like a little shiver. Like the animated armor just kind of like shivers, almost like it's pleasurable.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm gonna wipe my
Combat is turning sideways
hand on my.
very fast.
I'm gonna wipe my hand on my shirt. Like ew.
He's into flame play. Okay, so that's your turn. Now it's Raphael's turn.
So I'm going to just attack again with my sword.
And you've got advantage this time.
I do. I'm attacking one-handed. I believe that hits.
Let's see here. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
And then I'm going to hold my reaction with my shield at the ready. The only person I can currently defend is Saoirse? Saoirse, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who I know
Thank
as
you.
Ada, I believe? No, Ava. No,
It's Ada.
Ada, okay.
It doesn't matter. She'll
Okay.
probably respond.
It's going to attempt to grab onto Saoirse. Let's see here.
He really likes me.
Yeah, he really likes you. Darn. First one is a failed. So he just kind of swipes at you, and you just kind of like ninja dodge. And then second,
Small target.
he grabs you,
But no.
and he's going to move forward,
Help! 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 Help!
Oh no.
and he's
Boy.
going to go ahead and throw you off of the balcony edge. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Is there
Okay.
any possibility that I could assist in this if I see her being thrown off?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Oh, where you are? Oh, I see. Will.
Yeah, I'm like almost right under her.
Yeah, I'll say you can use. You need to make a dex save to see if you can help her.
Okay.
No, you
Oh.
are too slow.
Oh, these rolls.
Rest in peace.
So yeah, so you fall 20 feet on top of the chandelier, taking
No.
let's see here.
Knew that chandelier was gonna come into play.
2d6 piercing damage. Now go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw
Oh,
to see if you can grab onto the chandelier or if you fall an additional 10 feet.
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you kind of grasp at it. Your fingers like are on it for like a second, and then you fall an additional 10 feet, taking an additional 1d6. So you take a total of 12 damage. And
Okay, guys, I'm
you're
fine.
you're at the bottom of the you're on the first floor now.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Just a scratch, guys. I'd like to note that I have wings.
got
It just
you.
didn't happen.
First
I got
Yeah,
you. I got healing. I got healing abilities once this is over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do wing save?
Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So unfortunately, it depends on how far you fall. If you're falling really far, then the wings will like kick in. But like, you still have to like, That's part of the deck save. Is like
Reaction.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't think it's a
It's getting your-
reaction.
Yeah, getting your wings to just fly out. That's part of the deck save, I would say.
I'll
So-
give
so-
a thumbs up from the ground. Whoever's looking over the balcony, like, I'm okay.
Yeah, so basically your wings kind of got caught up in your cloak, and you were just like, in the moment it was hard to think, and you were just like, because part of you is like trying to get your wings out, the other part is like trying to avoid the chandelier.
I was still
and-
grossed out that it seemed to like my flame blade.
Yeah. Oh, and go ahead and make a concentration check to see if you can keep your flame blade going.
True, true, true.
So that'll actually be 2
What would that be?
concentration checks. So
Just for D20?
concentrate. So it's a con save. So to go ahead and do a con save, it's DC 10 for both. So one more. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Now it is Ulark's turn. What's Ulark up to?
Well, my spells are kind of useless at the moment, so I'm just gonna whack him again. I'm gonna go to his side to flank him again, and I will whack him with my quarterstaff two-handed.
You would notice that he doesn't move very quickly, so a deck save spell actually would be decent against him.
I don't think I have a deck save spell
you
that
do.
can do damage, do I?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's the rate. What is it? Your cantrip. The radiant one. I'm blanking on what
Sacred
it's
Flame.
called.
The Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, obviously, like it's good to have advantage. So, like on the one hand, that's a good thing, but then you don't really deal much damage with your attack. So I don't know. So I don't know. I guess it doesn't really. I guess you have a greater likelihood. Well, not really. If you have advantage, I guess it doesn't really matter either way. But if I were you, I'd probably hold my action until you're flanking him. It's just my suggestion. If you're gonna attack him.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flank him again. And I'll bludgeon him with my quarterstaff two-handed.
Okay. So what I'm saying is if you, in order to get advantage, you'll have to wait for Raphael to move over here, because you're not flanking him at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to get that advantage, then you'll need to hold your action, and that means you'll use your reaction to attack once Raphael is flanking. If that's what you want to do, and if that's what he does, but I would assume that's what he would do.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go ahead and attack him, regardless.
Okay, sure. So it's just a straight attack. Ooh, no. Misses. Okay, now it is Lillian's turn. You are within melee of him. So if you wanted to, you could move right here and then get advantage with like a melee weapon. If you're wanting to use ranged weapons, you'll have to move away from him and he'll get an attack of opportunity against you unless you disengage, which you can do as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. And then I want to get advantage on the attack, though, right?
Yeah, so in order to get the only way for you to get advantage on the attack right now is to use a melee weapon, because if you're the only way to get so in order to get advantage on him with a ranged weapon, you'd either have to hide or aim, and in order to aim, you're not allowed to move at all.
Gotcha. Okay. So what she's gonna first give the stank eye to this pretty boy that she found, and then look surprised as her friend or acquaintance gets thrown over. And she's going to scoot over here and try to land a dagger in his armpit slot.
Okay, sounds good.
Try. Let's see. Alright, I still use a sneak attack on that, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Nah,
Unfortunately, it misses.
missed it.
Yeah. Do you have additional movement? Do you want to move any more, or are you good? Because something you could do if you wanted to is you could either stay there or you could move like over here and use your bonus action to disengage, so he would not be able to attack you.
Ooh, that's good.
So if
Yeah.
you want to like do more ranged in future, then it might
Yeah,
be good to,
yeah.
like,
Let me
move
sneak in
over
this little
here.
pocket over here.
Okay.
I'm like, oh
Okay.
it didn't work.
Okay. Okay. Now it's Rowan's turn. What's Rowan up to?
Is Lillian going to? Is he going to get an attack of opportunity for Lillian moving out of melee range?
No, because she uses her bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to hit it with the rose whip again.
Okay, go for it. Ooh, nice. Yeah. It just like grab around him.
So I'll grab
Okay.
him by like his arm with his sword, and then I'll
Okay.
just pull a little bit, 5 feet.
No.
Okay. I will say because there's a railing between you, he's gonna get a deck save where normally he wouldn't. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
that's fine. This is totally like not normal stuff.
Okay. Let's see here.
I'm watching.
Oh. Yeah. So
Oh,
they wrap around. He does take the 6 piercing damage. Let's see here.
I'm watching him trying to pull this armor right on top of this female that is like now laying on the ground. I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna end well.
So so he gets pulled slightly forward, and he does like a thrusting motion, and like thrusts back, and it looks like almost like a Michael Jackson move. With he does a little thing with his arms, and the roses kind of twist around him, and they look really cool. And just that he.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Zach, you
Feel
have
off that.
oh,
Rip.
All
you gotta
right.
be careful with our descriptions. They get too epic.
The descriptions get too good. Discord.
Darn it.
It moves you.
And he's
Okay.
back.
Okay. So where was I?
Right after
So
he grabs, after he saves.
okay. So basically, once you grab onto him, he does kind of like this sexy thrust away move. That's sort of like a Michael Jackson move, and like the roses are like twisting around him, and like there's this beautiful smell that now emanates from him, and like you get this sense that like there's like this connection that he feels towards Rowan. He's kind of like looking at him with his empty
Through the whip,
eye sockets. Like
through
he's
the
really,
whip that connects us.
yeah, he's really into this. But
This is
yeah.
some very
Why is
emotive
he
armor.
On purpose.
He has a new favorite
Okay.
now.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Do you have any bonus action spells or anything you wanted to use?
No, that's it.
Okay, now it is Damien's turn.
Okay. I'm.
And by the way, you're not within melee of him because you're down a little bit.
Yeah. I'm aware. But that will change soon because I see. I know I'm like lower, but I can still like see the top of the railing, right? As,
Yeah.
okay. So I will, as a bonus action, momentarily shift into a I don't know what you call a pack of bats, but a small flock of bats,
Ooh.
and travel up to where our small friend was once standing, and that is Misty Step.
Oh, cool.
So
Love it.
Pack
Misty
of
Step
bats is called a cauldron.
A cauldron.
Cauldron. I like that.
Oh,
I'm also seeing
interesting.
Cloud, Colony, and Flock. Cloud is the
Cauldron.
coolest. Cauldron is the coolest. Yeah.
Cauldron is super cool.
Yeah.
I thought a group of bats was called a vampire.
That's
Um,
super cool. Like Lenore makes me think of Lenore from Castlevania.
mhm.
That's one of her moves.
But as the bats reapparate into Damien, I will launch a rapier attack against the armor.
Nice. And you have advantage because you're flanking.
Perfect. Oh, I needed it.
Yep. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Perfect.
Ooh, nice. It's looking pretty low.
9.
Still hanging
And
on them.
because I'm in form dread, I will cause him to make a wisdom saving throw. I don't know if he can be frightened, but if he can.
It seems to have no effect on him.
Gotcha. Alrighty, that's my turn.
Okay, now it is Sorsha's turn. You are at the bottom of the stairs, prone. There's like a bunch of glass that you're like crunching on. What do you do?
Ow. I guess I will get up. And am I prone?
You're prone, so that's half your movement to get up.
Okay. Oh shoot! I don't have a lot of movement. I've got like 25 movement speed.
Now, keep in mind, if you want to, you can fly, but that will reveal your nature.
Yeah, I mean everybody else is doing freaky shit, so I don't really.
Okay.
I don't think that it's that big an
Oh, you're
issue.
free fly fly.
Okay.
You saw bats like fly out, and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I just heard bats. I will burn a bomb of summer.
Okay.
I know how to add that because it's like a daily ability.
Oh, yeah. Just put it in your resources. So
It is in my resources, but I can't
So-
click on it.
Well, you just like it's a D6 or something, right? What is it for?
I'll just copy and paste the thing.
You know, if you have it on your features and traits, you can just click it and it shows up in the chat, which is what you should do.
I forgot that.
Yeah, everybody, if you have like a feature or trait, make sure it's in features and traits so you can click it and then we can just read it in the chat.
Here it is.
Dude.
So I think I can only do one D6.
Okay. Do you get to add your wisdom to that, or is it just D6s?
Just look, it says D6 is equal to your druid level.
Okay, I think it's just the D6s.
You can spend a number of dice equal to half your druid level or less, so 1, I believe.
Yeah. So you can use a bonus action to heal 1d6.
Yeah, so I will roll a D6, since it's a bonus action.
And then you can use your movement to fly up 15 feet if you want to, because half of your movement is getting up from prone. And then your seeming disappears as you fly upward.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and bamf out my wings, and would my fly speed be halved by getting up or no?
Yes. So you fly 15 feet up.
Okay, is that enough to reach the balcony or?
No, you're halfway.
The
Okay.
chandelier is 10 feet above you, unless that fell as well.
It did not fall, but the total distance was 30 feet. Because she fell 20 feet on top of the chandelier and then an additional 10 feet after that.
Am I within 60 feet of the suit of armor?
Oopsies, let me
Do I have a line of sight?
Yes, you are, however, let me think. I guess you probably do have line of sight on him, however, he does have cover from you. So, like, if it's an attack, he'll have 3/4 cover. If all you need is sight, then you can just cast whatever spell that is.
Okay, I'm going to try Ice Knife.
Okay.
That's
that is an attack, so he will, and also your allies will take damage.
Oh, true.
It has an area effect.
Uh-oh.
Well, it looks like
It would be
so long as they succeed on a dexterity throw. There's 2 of them within 5 feet. There's yeah, so I'll just skip on that.
3 of them.
I guess I will just.
Do you have any ranged, like cantrips or anything?
I only have Primal Savagery, and that's a melee.
Okay. Well, if you want to, you could dash, and then you could fly above him a little bit, so he can't grab onto you.
Yeah, sure. I'll take my action to dash and prepare on my next turn to try and fall down with the flame blade.
Okay. So I would say that you probably move a little bit to the side as you're moving up, so that he doesn't get an attack of opportunity, and then you move back over when you're above him. Let's see, how high is 15 feet high, probably. So you're like on the ceiling, basically, just flying right above the ceiling, and he's 10 feet below you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your turn, and now it is Raphael's turn.
So just a moment, out of character. Am I the only actually full human person in this party?
No, there's
No.
well, there. I guess I won't reveal who is
You can
who's
just
human
say
and
no.
who's not. But yeah, there are other humans.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to watch this suit of armor throw a child off a balcony, and I am going to curse at him in the strongest language I know. Darn you and all your sand! And I'm going to cast Word of Radiance,
Ooh.
and I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw. That's the card, and then I can roll the attack.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Oops, whoa, why is that teeny? Let's see here. Okay, con save. Okay, he fails, I think, right? What's the DC? 13, yeah. Okay. Yep, so go ahead and roll damage.
It does not want to roll damage. There we go.
There we go, okay. He is very close to falling. Like he's like the armor is like really scuffed up at this point. There's like holes in it. He looks like he's just barely keeping it together. I can't seem to edit the. There we go.
That is it for my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He is gonna turn towards you. He doesn't like what you just did there, and he's gonna try and attack you. So then you got 2 slam attacks. Ooh dear, and they both miss. They're just peeing off of your armor. And now it's Ulark's turn.
Alright, I am going to cast Sacred Flame on the armor. So that.
Okay. Oopsies. Let's see here. Dex save. Ooh. Yeah, you're just having a bad day here.
Rest
he
in
just kind of
peace.
he just kind of glances at you, like almost doesn't even look at you, like he doesn't even notice it.
Okay. And do I get my bonus action?
Yeah, you still have your bonus action, so if you
Okay.
have like a spell you want to
Awesome.
cast.
So Sersha is within 60 feet of me, I
Yes.
think, based on what I
Yes.
know. So I will cast Healing Word on Sersha. I'm going to cast it as a 2nd level and use one of my 2nd level spell slots for that.
Okay.
And so that should be. And as my feature, hold on, let me click on my feature. Circle of Mortality. I believe I can use, if I cast a healing spell, I can use the max of the die.
That's only if she's at 0 hit points. So it actually would be beneficial for you to not heal her at this point. Also,
Yeah,
the
dang it.
animated armor is almost dead. It has 1 hit point. So, like, so it might be better to wait and like do like a cure wounds or something at 1st level. Which, by the way, just as some advice to any healers, if you're outside of combat, the most effective way to heal someone is to do a bunch of 1st level cure wounds, because then you get to add your modifier. So like if you're outside of combat, you should never be doing a higher level cure wounds. You should just be doing like a bunch of 1st levels, just so you know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So with that knowledge of, I didn't realize that the Circle of Mortality only works when someone's at 0 hit points. In that case, I'm gonna not do a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and generally it is usually better to wait until someone's at 0 hit points to cure them. Unless like you unless you're fighting against something that you know is gonna like make sure that they're dead, you know. Okay. So that's you, and now it's Lillian's turn.
Elaine's gonna look super surprised that Ada revealed her Fey nature just like that. And then she's gonna crouch down. I'm assuming the suit of armor is facing kind of towards my way.
Yeah, so, and I will say, because there's a lot of people in between you, he has half cover, which means he has +2 to his armor class. If you want to fly upward, then you could get a straight attack of him, but then you wouldn't get advantage because you would have moved.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it's up to you. Like if you wanna stay where you are and just know
Yeah.
that
I'll just
it
stay.
it might be better to just stay where you are and aim.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and crouch down between these guys' legs, find an opening, and
go
see if I
for
can
it.
find something. Let's see.
Let's see what comes up. 20. That hits.
Yeah.
Because he has a higher armor class now. But yeah, how do you want to take him out?
Through the other eye.
Okay. So yeah, so the arrow shoots through his eye and just like it just like rips the helmet off, and then he just collapses over the edge of the railing and falls onto the chandelier. You hear this crash,
Oh no.
and then he falls onto the ground, and the armor just falls into like a bunch of different pieces. It's just like steel plates all scattered across the floor at the bottom.
You said there was gold in that chandelier, right?
Yeah.
It's on the ground now. It's in
Dang it.
reachable distance.
Let's see here. Let me change the music. Okay.
It's too crowded in this room for Lillian.
Okay. So after this big, noise, there's the sound of the chandelier crashing to the ground, and then silence. You just hear like the creaking of the house, and that old grandfather clock, and creepy little giggles.
And one of them is Lillian because she got the final hit.
I guess I will fly back down and just tuck my wings back in.
Wait, I can cast Cure Wounds on you now, because unless...
It's up to you if you want to burn a spell slot. I also have Cure Wounds.
Oh, never mind then. You can cure your own wounds.
Cure your own.
Well, I'll kind of look around the room. I suppose you are the group that Madame Eva told me about.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'd probably just look at him and say, "Who are you?"
My name is Damien Fenthris Duval III.
And if you guys do remember, you were told by Madame Ava that you would be joined by a Damien and a Rowan.
Were we told their names?
Yes.
Mhm.
Not their full names, but just their first names.
And I assume the other one is Rowan, as Madame Ada mentioned.
Madame Ava.
Oh, Ava. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi.
The Sade, yeah, goes by the name Ada.
Yeah, Lillian's gonna creep her head around the corner and just give like a death stare to Rowan.
Is Rowan stuck? Did you get stuck in that corner? Okay. Sometimes that can happen. I think.
And I suppose at this point, because Form Dread only lasts for a minute, at this point the shadowy mask and cloak begin to fade into particles.
I think that Flame Blade lasts for
It lasts for 10
minutes.
minutes.
Oh, 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, I think it does.
Since I still have it up and it's technically a light source, yeah, bright light for 10 feet and dim light for an additional 20 feet. I'll just keep it out just in case, because I'm like paranoid
Sure.
until the spell burns out.
Is it
Alright,
like generally dark? I have 60-foot dark vision, but is it like darker?
It is dark, except that Ulark has a
Torch.
what's it called? Oh, wait a minute. Did you say that you did two-handed with your attacks?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So my torch is
Yeah, I would say that your torch
out.
is gone. Yeah, it's out.
Okay.
Light it back up with my.
I'll use in that moment I'll kind of like I'll stretch my hand and 4 gothic looking candles begin to float out and I cast dancing lights.
Ooh, love it.
I start to have reservations with this guy, so I'm gonna be a little bit cautious. Keep my hand on my quarterstaff.
Can I run down the stairs to check on the child?
Wait, the
Oh
child's
no,
up.
Which child?
she flew back up.
Oh, I thought you said she flew back down. Okay.
No, she flew back up, and you did notice that she doesn't
It was
look
like on the
quite.
ceiling.
She doesn't look quite as young as she did before. How old would she look in her true form? Do you think? I mean, generally they look kind of young, but
Yeah, in true form, she looks, early 20s. And I guess she will look around to see if anybody's looking at her funny now that she's dropped her seeming.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I definitely am.
yeah. Lillian is too.
I'm pretty sure we just got
Lillian,
joined by
like-
3 new people, and there's still a child on the first floor.
I will say, as you're all kind of looking at each other, Sorsha, you do hear like something coming from this door over to the left. You hear like it sounds almost like there's maybe some shelving units in there, and like something falls down. It sounds like maybe boxes or something on a shelf falling.
I'll point to that door and say something's coming.
Uh,
It doesn't necessarily
Oh.
sound like something's coming. It just sounds like
Oh,
there's
okay.
something. It sounds like there's something in there.
I'll say there's something in there and it's moving.
can I go up to the door and take a listen?
Sure.
See if anything else is moving around.
Go ahead and do a perception check. Nice. Now you can hear it too, and now that your ear is pressed to the door, you hear kind of a little giggling.
Oh.
And you hear like the little pitter patter of little feet.
Yeah, she's gonna nope over here.
Nope.
Is it a scary kind of giggle, or is it a I pushed over the jam jar kind of giggle?
It sounds like a little, kind of like a baby, but there's something off about it.
I'm going to pull out a stick of incense and light that with the floating candles and just kind of hold that out. Just kind of.
You also actually, as you were in that corner, you also hear something coming from this door,
Oh no.
the lower door. You hear kind of you hear like a crying, like someone is weeping.
Like an older?
Like you hear like someone, and you think you can hear the words, "My baby."
Uh-oh. Is that door open? Because I can see through the
Oh,
Yeah.
room.
let me check. They should have been closed. Let me fix that. Yeah. Let's see here. What happened to my little door?
Door disappear.
Yeah, here, let me fix that. Change to the red. Okay. There.
There it is.
Okay. So yeah. So you do not see into that room.
This room is
But-
suddenly much smaller.
Yeah. So anyway, you hear a weeping and someone saying "my baby" from the bottom door, and to the left door you hear like some giggling and the pitter patter of little feet.
Yeah, Lillian's noping.
You know what?
I'll
I'll go ahead
can-
and open the bottom door. Let's see
Okay.
what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my
Sure.
hand crossbow ready.
Okay.
I'll move
my
up behind Ulark and I'll use my racial spellcasting to cast fairy fire in the room.
Oh, actually, you probably don't need to do that. Just a
Oh, okay.
second. Let's see here. Because I didn't have. Well, I forgot to have. There is something that you can see in there, but it was on the GM layer, so that's why you didn't see it when. So that's good.
Okay.
So
Uh-oh.
Ulark, you see a ghost, and it looks like a woman, a young woman. She's like maybe in her early 20s, and she's sitting on the bed, and she just has her hands in her face, and she's just weeping and saying, "My baby, to my baby." And as you walk in, she kind of looks up towards you, and she says, "Do you know where my baby is? I've been looking all over for him. I'm afraid that the mistress has done something with him."
I will approach the ghost and say, "Ma'am, do you know what's going on here? Do you know what this house is?"
Well, Mr. Durst and Mrs. Durst and their children live here, and I was brought on to take care of the children, and then, well, and there's kind of a smile on her face. Then Gustav and I fell in love, and we had a child together, and of course it's been very difficult with um with Mrs. Durst here. She's been very cruel to me, but luckily Gustav won't let her harm me. But I do fear for my child, and I haven't been able to find him for a long time.
Am I able to, like, I can tell that she's a ghost and she's dead?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, I'll probably again approach her and say, "Do you know that you are dead? And why is your spirit still haunting this house?" I'm curious
No.
because I'm a my society tries to help people rest after death.
Alright.
She looks kind of puzzled, and she goes, "I don't think I'm dead. I'm not dead, am I?" And then she kind of looks at her hands, and her hand like passes through the bed. And she kind of moves it up, looks at it, and she kind of looks at you, and like horror begins to cloud her face. And then she begins to scream, and she's just like this screaming and looking around wildly, and um, and she's just screaming and sort of going berserk.
I'll try to like comfort the woman and say, "Don't worry, I'll help you find peace in this realm, but I need to know more information as other people's walk in, I guess."
And then
Yeah,
she
I would have followed in right after Ulark.
okay. And then she begins to kind of just wail and begin. She's walking around. She's saying, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" She goes through the wall here, comes out here. "Where's my
Oh,
baby?
hell no.
Where's my baby?" And then you can hear her in the other room. "Where's my baby?"
Nope.
Do I notice any baby?
You did hear the pitter pattering of little feet and the sound of a giggle that sounded like a child from this door over here.
Uh,
I guess I will open the door with my flame blade in hand just in case.
Okay.
Oh, I'll also like look back at the party when the ghost goes around and say like, "Hey, we need to help this ghost find peace
No!
and continue on from this world."
yeah, Lillian just looks
You
absolutely
you
terrified.
Sorsha and Rowan, sorry. You see a little baby doll. It is not a baby. It is a baby doll. Um, and it
No.
has empty eye sockets that glow red, and it's just kind of pitter pattering around this little closet here, and its back is to you, but as you enter, it turns its head, and only its head, so just like an owl would, so that its face, so that the face is facing you, but its torso is facing away from you, and you hear this.
Zach, please, no!
And he begins to jump towards you, like he's gonna jump at your face.
I will try to dodge.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
God!
Most of you don't know what's happening, so like most of your first turn is not gonna really you're gonna be like surprised or whatever. But Rowan and Sorsha will get to go in the first round.
Oof.
Rip.
Let's see.
Big oof.
Okay, let me find.
Ooh.
Are we all rolling for initiative?
Yeah. You won't be able to go the first round, but the second one you will be able to. Let me make sure it's whispered. Okay. Oh yeah, and I'm going to make sure the name is not shown.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I did that roll very well. Okay. And then let's see here. Show the name doesn't show up.
What's Lancelot been doing this entire time?
He's just been sniffing around. He's probably like over here or something. Okay.
And it didn't like Lancelot notice that woman?
What'd you
Or
say?
I guess seemed like, I don't know, would I have seen
Did
if
Lance
Lancelot
react?
recognized that woman?
He didn't really get a. He probably saw her for a second, and he just did a little bit of a bark at her.
Like no
When she-
recognition.
Yeah, it's not like he knows her or anything. He just sees it, and kind of barks at it for a second.
We should see if the doll will be Dean's friend.
Oh darn it! I forgot to.
No, let's not
Where
do
is Dean?
that.
Let's see here.
I guess
good,
right before all this happens, I'll turn to Ulark and ask him. So, holy man, correct?
Yes, I am a. Well, I'll look at him and say, "Be you friend of the Soldarans?"
I don't think I've made up my mind about the Soldarans. Who do you serve?
Well, I serve the Shrouded Monastery. I help those who are dead find peace in this realm and continue on with their respective afterlife.
Hmm.
I am no friend of the Soldarans, so if you choose wisely.
I'll keep a note of that. And is this a particular... It's a monastery, or do you serve like a god or an entity?
We follow the ways of the old gods, but we find the Raven Queen to be our patron,
Okay.
dedicated towards serving her creed.
How much
And
does Damien know about the Raven Queen?
You know a lot about the Raven Queen. So she hates like she hates unnatural extension of life. So like liches, vampires, um, uh, certain forms of necromancy. She doesn't like
Anything in the undead wheelhouse.
Yeah, generally not. I mean, sometimes like obviously like with like spirits and stuff, they stick around because they have unfinished business. So that's not really so like their goal is to like help them, finish that business and move on.
It's like raising the dead, like super taboo.
No. It's fine. Because that is her gift that sometimes she will grant, someone to come back from the dead, that their mission is not fulfilled yet.
But it's only like to the Raven Queen. It's only allowed if she grants it.
Basically,
Case by case.
and also so basically what she has a problem with is unnaturally extending your life. Like being
Okay.
resurrected is not like you'll still die of old age, So
Yeah.
like that, like what she doesn't like is the extension beyond that, mainly because it is at the expense of other people's lives,
She doesn't
So
like what's it called? Like life capitalism.
life capitalism. Yeah, exactly.
He
Okay, let
hates
me
the modern
try.
healthcare system.
The Antifa of life.
Okay.
No fascism.
Doctors hate him.
So now, so we're gonna skip Raphael and Damien because you don't know what's going on, and it is Sorsha's turn. So you see this little baby doll running towards you.
It is extremely creepy, and I will shout to the rest of the party, "Creepy baby," and attempt to. I don't know. It's lunging towards me, right?
Yeah.
I guess I will. I don't know. Is it an action to dodge?
It is that gives so that means it'll have disadvantage on attacks against you if that's what you do.
I will, because I'm not sure if the ghost lady wants this baby. Maybe
Okay.
it'll calm the baby down. I don't know. Do I just roll it? What do I roll to dodge?
You don't roll anything. It's just it'll have disadvantage on attacks. Is
Oh.
that all you want? Is that all you want to do? Do you want to move? What do you want to do?
I guess I don't really have any good ranged anything right now, so I'll stay in melee.
Okay. So that's your turn. Now it's its turn. It is going to run towards you and jump at your face, and
Not my face.
and it's going to go ahead and attack. And it has kind of like this gleam in its eyes, and it is going to wallop you with his little baby fist. Let's see here. Oops, I did the wrong playlist. We did the neon drive. Come on.
Baby bug.
There we go. Okay, so the first attack misses. Oh, and the second attack misses because it has disadvantage. Okay. So it's trying to like whack your face, and you just hear it gleefully, laughing hysterically. And so I would say that Damien and Lillian notice the what's it called? The
Baby.
little baby.
Did they not hear me shout "creepy baby"?
And at this point, the ghost comes in. She's 5, 10, 15, and then
I
she
think I haven't
sees the
punched
baby.
it yet.
She goes, "Baby," she goes, "Walter, what are you doing?" Did they hurt? She says, "Did they hurt you?" And she glares towards Sorsha.
Oh boy.
And she goes, "You hurt my baby!" And like her hair just goes flies up, and her face becomes almost like skeletal. Let's see.
Where'd she go?
Transform.
Oh
She's
no.
transforming.
She left the house. She did.
Nope.
And she is going to. What happened to my? No, there it is. Okay. Let's see. Okie dokie. So
I don't like this house, guys.
she is going to attack you and attempt to life drain you. Ooh. That's right. It does have disadvantage, so it doesn't hit. So she reaches out towards you, and you feel like this cold come over you. But luckily, it just barely. You kind of mostly miss. It kind of mostly misses you.
I guess I'll try to tell her, like, I definitely didn't touch the baby.
Okay. Now it is Rowan's turn.
Lady, we didn't touch your baby. Will you leave us alone?
She's in. She seems to pay you no heed. She seems convinced that you have harmed her baby in some way.
So be it. And then Rowan just kind of like starts concentrating, and he'll pull out a flower and throw it under this lady, and it'll expand into a glowing moonlight lily. So it's like a pale blue, and then once it blooms, a huge beam shoots up.
Is that Moonbeam?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Belgrins. Let's see here. 10 foot. Or is it 5 foot? No, I think we have to just make it smaller. That's right. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Where is it? Oh, there it is. 5 foot radius. Okay. 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 So that is your action, and then she'll take
On her
damage
turn.
Just
And then
her
I'll just kind of skirt.
You can't script. Oh no, you can. That's right, because the steps go upward.
Yeah. And then I'll just do a little wink, and then I'll transform into like a bunch of flowers, and appear over here, and then the flowers explode, and then she takes 4 fire damage.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Oh, let me move that. Oh, that's on the wrong layer. No wonder. Okay. Token layer. Let's see here. So let me check. She takes half damage from the fire.
Cool. So 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is your turn, and now it is Raphael's turn.
So I see a ghost lady come through the wall, disappear through another wall, somebody shout creepy baby, then this ghost lady comes back out, and I'm gonna shout, Anubis take you! And cast my Word of Radiance again.
Ooh.
So it's going to be a
Okay.
Dex save.
Oh, I thought it was a con save.
Oh, no, con save, you're right.
Okay. Let's see here. Check something. Okay. Let's see here. Con save. Ooh, yeah, she fails. So, 10 damage, right? Or no, that
1d6.
Okay, 1 damage. Man. Okay, let me move the layer. Jeez. Back. There we go. Okay, she takes 1 point of damage.
I'm helpful. And that's gonna be it for my turn. I'm going to
Okay.
hold my reaction.
Okay. Now it is Damien's turn. You notice the ghost lady has come out. She's incensed that you guys are hurting her baby, and you also do notice you can just barely see this baby doll with red light coming from its empty eye sockets, trying to whack Sorsha in the face.
Okay. I don't know if I could do this as like a bonus action or a free action, but I want to just pull out a dagger that's on my belt. Hold
That's
it in
a
my
free
hand.
action.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a free action.
So I'll do that, and I'll kind of yell, are we killing the baby? What are we doing?
I will yell back, we should try to capture the baby. I kind of want to try to grab it from Saoirse while it's still distracted, and shove it into a backpack and try to calm down the ghost, if possible.
Yeah, you can't communicate that all.
Yeah. So I'll just communicate like, hey, don't
Grab
kill
the baby.
Yeah, grab
Okay.
the baby.
Okay, so I will instead. I'm gonna put the dagger back real fast and then use my action to cast Minor Illusion. But actually, kind of like right in between me and the ghost.
Okay.
And it says it can take up an image that is 5 feet. So I'll create the upper half of this ghostly male. I have no idea what her husband would have looked like, but I'll create a gothic-looking Eastern European man, and to the best of my knowledge, and it's like try and goad her. Is this your husband?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Okay.
Would there have been like portraits of the
7.
family?
Yeah. He might not have noticed it. That's what the history check is about.
Because I was
So
kind
he
of
did-
running through the house
Yeah.
to get up here.
Yeah. So he didn't quite see it.
Okay.
So yeah, she kind of glances at the ghostly apparition, and then it doesn't seem to have had the desired effect.
Cool. Yeah, I will in that case. Ah, dang it. I don't have any bonus actions to use, so that is my turn.
Okay. It is Lillian's turn. You see the little baby. You see the specter. I will say that the baby has cover from you.
Okay. So, would Lillian know if any of her like she doesn't have any magical items? Would she know if her like crossbow would work on this thing?
Do you have proficiency in religion?
No.
You have no idea
Yeah.
where the trap is.
Okay. I'll give it a try. She's freaked out right now. So I'll try to attack the ghost lady with a dagger, I guess, because that's what I got.
Okay, go for it. And you do get sneak attack with your if you wanted to, you could move over here, and then you'd be flanking her because that dude.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. Just like skirt over here and try to give a little stabby stab, even though it might not work.
Go for it. That hits, and she takes half damage. So the damage doesn't seem to affect her as much as you would have hoped.
Did something.
Let's see.
And that'll be it for her.
6. Okay, so now it's Ulark's turn. What's Ulark up to?
All right. So, I'm going to. We're gonna try this once. We're gonna see how well this goes. I'm going to I'm gonna grab the blanket out of my pack and try to throw it around the baby and wrap it in the blanket to distract it, and also try to shove it into my backpack. Is that possible?
Not from where you are. You'd have to be next to it. So
okay.
you'd have to do like
I can't just scoot past him.
No. It's a small space that you get past. You can get past your allies, but it's pretty. I'd say that's a tight space. I would say for this situation you can't get on the other side.
And I couldn't help him by like squeezing up against the wall for a moment, let him pass.
Because he doesn't know that I'm like. I told him to grab the baby.
Mm-hmm. You can't because you need to be next to the baby. So like and Sorsha's next to the baby and she's blocking, like and you can't go past the baby. So like you can't, you know. In some situations you can move past an enemy by doing an athletics check, but I think in this situation because it's a very small closet space, I would say no.
All right. In that case, I will go ahead and move up to where close to the baby, and doing that doesn't take up an action, correct?
You can't.
Is that a
end-
free
you
action or
you have to move. You can't end on the.
where he is?
Yeah, you can't end on your. You
Okay.
can pass through your allies, but you can't end on your allies, or like do an
Alright.
attack from where your allies are.
Okay. So in that
So
case, I'm going.
if you want to, you could get over in this corner over here. However,
Yeah.
it will have cover from you, and so it'll be very difficult. Um. Um. oh,
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of
uh,
off the grab the baby now. So I'll move over to here, and then if I still have my action, I'd like to cast Bless on let's see who, Raphael, Rowan, and is Lillian within my 30 feet
yes.
range? Okay, yeah.
So those who are blessed, be sure and like put a little marker on your token to signify that you're blessed.
So you guys should get like an additional D4 on an attack roll.
And saving throws, I think, right?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
You can just roll an additional d4, like you can roll the die.
Gotcha.
Okay. There's a global modifier that you can add to do that in future if you want. So whatever is easiest for you. Okay, so that was your action. We moved over there. I think that's your turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, now it is Sorshin's turn.
I notice, I guess, the two people trying to work together to grab baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I will attempt to grapple the baby and
okay.
just kind of hold it. And if
You
I
got a
can
backpack?
successfully, I don't. I'm just gonna hold it. Well, I mean, I do, but it's got stuff in it.
Go ahead.
I'll
go
try
ahead and
to.
do an athletics check to see if you can
Okay.
hit him. You have successfully grappled the baby. Its speed is 0, but it can still attack you.
Okay. I will turn it around so its creepy eyes are not facing me, and just hold it.
That doesn't do any good because it can move its head like an owl.
That's okay. I will attempt to face it the proper
Every time
way.
you do, it just turns back.
Yeah, I'll attempt to face it the proper way. Uh-oh.
Attack.
Yep.
Let's see here. So you turn the torso away from you, and the head just stays looking at you.
I'll say, thanks, I hate it, and turn towards the ghost lady and be like, here's your baby. We don't want to hurt Walter. You can have him.
Okay. I'll say that you can move him around over here if you want.
Yeah, I don't move, but I'll turn towards the ghost lady since she's like right there and be like,
yeah,
here, take him.
Go ahead and do a persuasion check. She hesitates for a moment, and then she says, "Why did he attack you if you didn't have some ill intent on him?"
It's probably because I had a flaming sword in my hand from being attacked by a suit of armor.
Then you shouldn't scare the baby with a flaming sword.
I didn't know there was a baby in there. I just opened the door.
Okay, I think she's intent on protecting her baby still.
Dang it.
All right, here, take him.
Yeah.
And now it is the baby's turn. It's gonna go after you since you're holding him. Let's see here. Ooh, not very good rolls there. So he accidentally whacks his own face, and his head goes spinning around in circles.
I've got both hands on him. I didn't do that.
You're just like holding him out there, like.
Yeah.
He's just like.
Let's say he takes 1 point of damage. Oopsies, why isn't it moving? There we go. Okay, so minus. Oops, was that the right thing, or did I change that? Okay. Okie dokie. So that's its turn. Now it's the ghost lady's turn, and she's going to attack Flaming Sword Lady because you have
The con
provoked a
save first.
baby. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Is she
con
gonna
save.
hit the baby if
No.
she's attacking me?
Hold the baby out in
No.
front of you.
Baby
what's
shield.
what's the DC for the moonbeam? Okay, so she takes damage. What's the damage? What's the damage, Narcy?
14. 1-4.
Or 14, okay. Minus 14. Okay. She's looking hurt now. She's looking less substantial. And she's gonna... Let's see here. She's gonna sail upward, in a way, so, Raphael, Lillian, and Ulark, you get attacks of opportunity if you wish to use them on the ghost lady.
Would that still be in
quick
melee
question.
range?
It's a melee thing, yeah.
How is Lillian standing there?
It goes up.
She's on the steps. There's steps that go up.
I thought the steps were up here. Like, this is where it's level.
So yeah, but there's also steps that go to another level above, I think.
Oh, we were
Or
told
wait,
this was the top floor.
Oh, actually, no, you're right. Sorry, there are no steps there. Do you want to be flying where you are?
No,
Well,
no.
the whole time when we were playing here, I think we were all here, but maybe we weren't.
I forgot. I forgot that the steps don't go up further here.
I could go on the other side here if that's okay.
No, because then you'll be in the radiant damage. Do you want to be flying or?
Oh no, she doesn't fly.
Or... Okay. Then in that case, I'm gonna put you down here.
Okay.
And we'll just say that you had fired shots rather than, and you do not get an attack of opportunity.
Gotcha.
So, it is so Ulark and Raphael get attacks of opportunity if you wish to use them.
I will go ahead and take that.
Instead of my attack opportunity, can I yell something at her during this?
Sure.
Okay. I'll try once again to be like, Spirit Lady, please, we are just trying to help you find peace. We wish you and your babe no harm. And try yelling at it.
Let's see.
Should I roll a persuasion check or?
Yeah, go ahead and do a persuasion check. It's going to be higher than that.
Hey.
Yeah. No, she says, "I don't believe you. You're liars, all of you." And then she, let's see, what was their? Let me check. Just open. There we go. So yeah, you do hit. Yeah, you hit her. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I get to use bless on that, or is?
If you are blessed, then yes.
Okay.
But you hit already. So oh no, not on the damage. No, just on the attack.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. You don't. Do you have a magical weapon?
No, just the strength bonus.
Okay. Your weapon isn't magical.
Not that I'm aware.
Okay. Do you have like the? Don't you have the feature where you can like attune to like a weapon or something and do something special with it, or is that at higher level?
Let me check.
For Eldritch Knight. That's important because if it
Eldritch Knights can they can attune to weapons and summon them kind of like a Pact of the Blade Warlock.
Yeah, but it's more for recall.
I don't think they become. I don't think they become magical.
Okay.
It's more spell focused. It's kind of like an auto Ruby of the War Mage.
Okay, why can't... Oh, it's underneath it. Okay, let's see here. -2, so she takes half damage from your thing. And, now... Oh, wait, I need to move her over here. And she's gonna be able to flank Torsha. She kind of goes up through the wall and down. And let's see here. She's going to attack with advantage. Ooh, yeah, that hits. So you take 15 points of necrotic damage, and you must roll a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, who was being hit? Was that me?
Sorsha.
You said con?
Yeah, con save. And you get to add the d4. Okay, so yeah, so your hit point maximum is not reduced by 15.
Okay, but I still
Oh.
take 15.
But you still take 15 necrotic
Alright.
damage. Now you like shudder as like this necrotic energy like begins draining you of your life.
Uh-oh.
And now it is Rowan's turn.
I'll move the flower. So the flower turns, it like deblooms, so it'll close up and then it'll reopen. Over here.
Okay.
So it'll open the path and then and then I'll just walk over. And then I'll try to make eye contact with this thing. And
Okay.
also, you better surrender if you want to keep your baby.
She says, "How dare you threaten my baby?"
How dare you attack us?
So are you oh yeah, that's it for you, I guess. Okay. And now
Yeah, that's it, because I don't have a bonus.
yeah, and go ahead and roll your moonbeam damage. And it is Raphael's turn.
There's not a whole lot I can do due to the wall
Happened
of
before.
beam.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just gonna move over here and then hold an action to attack if something gets in range.
Okay. Do you have any ranged things?
Not that deal damage.
Okay.
Somebody wants a nice healing word, let me know.
Okay. Now it is Damien's turn.
Okay, I will. So the ghost moved into this room, so I'm in melee with the ghost?
No, because it's like around the corner, and you have an ally in front of you, so I would say you cannot hit them with a melee attack.
Okay. And I couldn't hit the baby with a melee attack because it's the same
No.
situation.
No, yeah.
I'm trying to dodge around Source, and
I will say if you have a ranged attack, you can do it because technically you're not in melee, even though you're 5 feet away.
Sure,
So,
I do. So
that they will have cover though.
okay. Also, I might have zoned out. Did I take a little bit of damage?
I don't remember.
Because okay, it seems. Oh, I think my health. Something changed my health. My health maximum went up. Somehow. 29.
Oh, you probably accidentally put your temporary hit points in there.
Oh, I think. Oh, okay. I think it had increased it. Okay, I see what was going on with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will cast Eldritch Blast at the ghost lady.
Okay. She has, I'd say 3/4 cover because you got an ally in front of her and around the corner, so +5 to armor class.
Okay.
Unfortunately misses.
Okay. And can I move through Cersei's space?
Yeah, you can. I will say that once you're in Cersei's space and then you move beyond, you will provoke attacks of opportunity from those on either side.
Okay, in that case, I will once again transform into a cauldron of bats and TP.
So are you using a spell slot for that now?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my second and last packed spell slot.
Okay. I think you get to use it once for free, don't you?
Not Misty Step. No, my racial spell is Fairy Fire.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So I can cast that once for free. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. It is Lillian's turn.
Are we attacking
You
the baby
could-
now?
Yes, we are because there's a radiant thing above the baby, so the baby will be taking damage
Okay.
from the wounding soon.
His turn if the lady keeps attacking us.
It's like I kind of don't want to attack the baby because then the lady's gonna attack me. Can can I get a shot on the lady because she's through the door there?
You can, but she'll have 3/4 cover, whereas the baby, I'd say since you're below, kind of, the baby will have half cover, but it's less cover. So the baby has +2 to its armor class. The lady has +5. So
Rip.
it's
Well,
up to you.
Also, Lillian, you have Bless, so doesn't that help?
Yeah, that does help. You have an extra D4 that you can add to your attack. So if you want, you could aim and then get advantage. And your best shot is probably going to be at the baby.
Yeah, and the mom's gonna come after me, but oh well. I'll attack the baby.
Okay.
In the boom game.
Let's. Where's the D4? D4. There.
Okay. 13. That's 15. Unfortunately, because it has cover, you miss.
Well, I won't get attacked at least. So there's that. Can I move up here?
Yep.
Yes, get a little more visibility, I guess. And that'll be it.
Okay. It is Olark's turn.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to try to... I can cast a ranged attack from my position, right? It's the same situation as Damien? On the ghost?
Yes, on the ghost, yes. On the
Okay.
on the other one, well, I think yours is a save, so it doesn't matter. It's like if you do
Okay.
so it doesn't come into it. And also, what's the Sacred Flame specifically ignores like cover and stuff, I think.
Okay, awesome.
So you can easily do either one of them with that.
Okay, I'll attack the ghost using Sacred Flame while also yelling, "We really do not want to harm you, we just want to help you."
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, right?
I don't think
Hey, it's my religion.
Okay. We're gonna do a dex save. She fails. Go ahead. Oh, you can get 3 damage. Okay. Okay, so she takes 3 damage. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I think that'll be it.
Okay. Now it is Sorsha's turn.
So it doesn't seem like the lady's wanting to cooperate.
Mm-mm.
Snap the baby's neck.
Alright.
Even though it turns on its own.
I guess I will say, like, you had your chances, lady, and I don't know, is it an action to drop the baby because I'm going to wild shape?
I'll have your flame blade.
I would say it's an action. Well,
I guess if I wild shape, I just
Yeah.
drop the baby automatically because I no longer have opposable thumbs.
yeah, I guess you can just drop it as a free action. That's fine.
Okay, free action to drop baby.
Yeah, free action to drop baby. You just hold it over the edge. Yeah, we'll get
Okay.
a dex save.
Dex save.
I would like to wild shape into a giant badger, if that's okay.
Badge.
I think that's a CR 1/4
How big is it?
or a quarter CR.
So you drop I rolled the save. You drop the baby. It falls like 5 feet and then hovers back up and it giggles looking at you.
No, no.
Oh shit! All right, I can do that too. I guess I don't talk. I don't talk. I'm a badger. Is it an action to wild shape, or can I attack once I wild shape?
It's an action to wild shape for you.
Okay. Then I
You can do it as a bonus
am a
action.
badger.
Let me look up badger. Let's see here.
Do you want the roll 20 giant badger?
Yeah. Do you have it from some other place, or what's going on with that? I don't
No,
see.
it's just that one.
For some reason, it's. Oh, it's probably okay. Let's look it up. Okay.
I posted it.
Badger.
Yeah, it says
Yeah. It's a giant badger.
yes, giant badger challenge, quarter rating.
Okay, where is that?
Which I think quarter rating is all I can do at my current level.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about the size.
Let's see here. 130. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't do. Get over here. Giant badger. Edit. Where's... Okay. There, you should be able to see and control from the badger, is that correct?
Yes, I see the badger.
Okay.
And I can move.
Cool. Okay, and then you'll see the stat block for it as well, and you'll be able to control it from there.
Okay.
It's like on the top of the journal entries. Okay, so that's your action. Do you have any movement you want to use?
No, I think I'll stay put because I think I'll be hit if I move out of melee range, so.
Yep. Okay, the ghost, so the baby is gonna go after you.
Con save first.
Oh yeah, con save.
I guess I'll just growl or make badger noises.
Badger noises.
Badgers go mushroom.
Badger
mushroom.
don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, honey badger. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, it fails. So what's the damage?
20.
What?
20.
20. Nice. It's looking pretty low now.
It's not a down baby? Dang.
Yeah, like half of
That
like
is,
like part of the face gets chipped off, like part of the forehead just gets chipped off, and you can see it inside its head.
That's a beefy baby.
Yeah.
Right?
It has more HP than I do.
It does. And now it is. Oh yeah, and the baby gets to attack. Sorry. So it's gonna go 1, 2 with advantage. 1 attack hits. So the badger takes 4 damage. The baby giggles, and you hear it say, "Teddy bear, teddy bear," and he's like grabbing at your face and and like pulling at your like eyelashes and stuff. And now it is the ghost lady's turn. She's gonna try and life drain you. She has advantage. Ooh, natural 20. So that is you need to make a con save, and you take, wow, that's a lot of damage.
Good thing you were in wild shape.
28.
Oh my god.
28 damage.
Ouch.
So your oh my god, is that well luckily it I guess they would affect. I guess it would only, well, let me see.
13. I guess. Wait.
Yeah, so I guess it does the badger first.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, 13 of it goes into the badger, and then the other 15 goes into me.
Rip.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let me see here.
Saoirse out here getting.
Target.
I think.
I know, right?
So I'm like -9
Okay.
hit points.
Yeah, and your hit point maximum is reduced by is that 16, right? 13. No, 15. 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah, so,
So I'm
your hit point
down.
maximum is reduced by 15, and you're at 0 hit points.
Okay. I think I'm down.
Yeah, and make sure you keep track of what your normal hit point maximum is versus what your current hit point maximum is, because there are
Okay.
ways to reverse this. Okay, so Sorsha. Oh yeah, let me get rid of the badger, and Sorsha is down at 0 hit points. And that was the ghost's turn. Now it's Rowan's. Oh, I think that the ghost is actually going to. No, it'll stick around. Okay, it's Rowan's turn.
Anyone else taking damage or just Sarosa?
Oh, actually, the baby probably would have moved outside of this thingy. So let me do that. Maybe we wouldn't want to stick around there. So he's gonna move over there, and the ghost later moves through the wall downward. Ulark gets an attack of opportunity on the baby.
On the baby?
On the baby.
Okay, I'll go ahead and... Well, so if I have an attack of opportunity, it has to be on the baby? Like, can I essentially...
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't, like, cast Spare the Dying on Saoirse? No. Okay. In that case, I'll go ahead and cast Sacred Flame.
You can't do that as a reaction unless you have a feat.
Dang it.
Have to be a
Yeah.
melee.
So it's gotta be, you gotta whack it.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to do that. You can save your reaction for other things.
I'll go ahead and whack it. Give it a
Slap the
little whack on quarterstaff one-handed.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, that
Dang it.
You flail wildly, and it just giggles at you. And it
Small target.
And it kind of like hobbles like a back and forth into this other room, and so its back is facing you, but its face is looking straight at you, Ulark, and it just kind of giggles at you. And yeah, so sorry, I interrupted Rowan's turn. Sorry.
Oh, that'll happen before my turn. I was just wondering if anyone else besides Sarosa has taken damage. I don't see, but I might have missed.
If you have what? Sorry.
Anyone else taking damage, or just Sarosa?
What?
No one.
Saoirse has taken all the damage this.
Yeah.
No one else is hurt right now.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
Our
It's alright, guys. I got it.
tiny tank
Like
over
it
here.
felt like the child.
Yeah, we're just letting the child just get beaten.
Well, somebody cast a giant ball of moon in the middle.
So what is Rowan doing?
I want to peek around. I'll move the moonbeam to the baby.
Okay.
Stay here, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll just put a flower on Sarosa so she gets healed up.
Okay. But as a healing, yeah. So you heal 5 hit points.
Am I conscious?
And you are conscious but prone. And now
I'll say ow.
And now it is Raphael's turn.
Well, I had my move planned.
Suspect we'll here somewhere.
I guess I'll just chill here.
Okay.
I don't really want to get closer to the moon, baby. So yeah.
I will say that probably because Sorsha is prone, you could come over here, and I will say you could do a melee attack, but it will have like cover from you. And I know that normally you don't get cover from melee attacks, but it's either you get cover or you can't attack it. So, your choice.
I would have to push past the pretty boy who just pushed past me. So
You can do that.
yeah, but I don't. I guess I will.
Push him with railing.
Can I push him like a little less gently than he pushed me?
Sure.
I don't know how much I.
Oh man.
All right, and then I'm going to kind of reach around and over Saoirse, trying to be nice,
Yeah.
and then attack.
Unfortunately,
take
that does not hit because it has cover.
I do have the plus D4 from blessing though.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Rip.
Yeah, that just hits.
Dang.
There we go.
Nice.
There's some damage.
How do you want to take out the baby doll?
I'm gonna cover my eyes with my one hand and just flail wildly with the other and see if I hit it.
Just like
Okay,
smash
slap it.
his head in.
Yeah,
Slap
you
it
can
with
just
the
kind of
broad
flail
then.
wildly, and then the sword strikes the center of the baby's head, and it just like breaks into like a million pieces, and there's like this ash that flies up into the air, and you hear this ghostly baby wailing noise, and it is gone.
Well, I'm glad that's gone forever.
You
I
about to
hope
be
I
attacked
never
by
see it
the
again.
ghost.
I can handle adults. I don't like tiny babies.
It's probably gonna be like it's attacked.
Yeah.
And now it is Damien's turn.
Okay. So the baby just got yoded.
Yoded.
And
I'm
to
gonna
get
use
to
that
that,
now.
I saw where did I see where the ghost went?
She went downward through the wall.
Oh, like into this room?
Like downward from our perspective.
Oh, so like down into the floor.
No, sorry.
South.
Oh,
She
okay, so
went-
like
she went
south.
south.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll use my movement. You said it's difficult terrain to move through friendly spaces.
That is correct. Yes.
So to get to here, I would have to spend, what is that, 10, 20, like 25 movement to get into that room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. 10, 20...
5, 10, 15, 20,
You'd have 5 feet
25.
of movement left. So yeah, it'd be 25 feet of movement to get where.
Sure. I'll go into the room and just look around for the ghost.
Okay, you don't see it. Do you want to hold
Okay.
an action?
Yes. Oh, so the ghost isn't in here?
No, you don't
No.
see it.
I want to use my action. If I can, I know I only have 5 feet of movement left. Would it be possible for me to grab Saoirse and just like drag her like into the room to get her out of that open area?
Let's see. Yeah, you could use your action to grab onto her, and then you could. Well, you would move at half speed, so actually there isn't really anything you could do.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'll use my action to dash and go 5, 10, 15.
You'll take damage.
Oh, because that's the moonbeam. Okay. So I have no idea where this ghost is. In that case, yeah, I guess I'll hold an Eldritch Blast if I see the ghost make a reappearance, and I can like if I have a good shot, I'll hold an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Now it is Lillian's turn.
If she were to move over here,
You don't see any bad guys.
I don't see any. Okay.
You can hold an action if you want. However, if there's anything southward of you, it will have cover because all your friends are grouped up in front of you.
Yeah, we're so grouped up. I'm just gonna look around, not being able to see this ghost, like flailing my hand crossbow around, waiting to take a shot.
Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah. So you if you want, you could do a bonus action hide.
Ooh.
Like you're hiding. You could like hide around. I guess. Well, the dog is kind of in the way, but like, if you want to, you could go behind this door, and like mostly close it, and then you could hide there. So that would give you the opportunity to give advantage on your attack.
I don't think she's keen on opening any doors with potential doll babies.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe she could like crouch down the stairs here.
Yeah, I guess so. You could kind of crouch low on the stairs, maybe. And
Yeah.
depending on where they come out, you might like if they come out, for instance, if they were to come out, just over here, then you would not be hitting them. But
Yeah.
but you can go ahead and do a stealth check as your bonus action and hold.
Okay. Let me
Or
do
wasn't that where you were before? Did you move at all?
Yeah, I moved one square over to the left.
Oh, you did end up moving. You can't.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you yeah, you got a 10 stealth. We're guessing that probably won't work. But,
Probably not.
I'll
I'll still crouch down, thinking I'm hit.
Yeah, you're holding your action to shoot, and now it is Ulark's turn.
All right. Well, so since we don't know where the ghost is, I'm going to save my action, and I'll just do a real quick prayer for the ghost baby and pray to the Raven Queen for it to find peace, I guess.
Okay. Did you want to hold an action?
Yes.
So here's an idea. You could obviously do like an attack action, or you could hold a cure wounds. So like if someone who is next, or you could hold a what's it called? Healing word. And then you could heal, someone who maybe goes under, and if they don't go under, then before your turn you just heal, Sorsha or something. It's just next to you. It's up to you. That's an idea. Or you could hold your cantrips to attack.
Yeah, I think I'll just hold. I'll hold one of my cantrips. I'll hold Sacred Flame because Sorsha has Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Should have never said that.
Okay. Now it is Sorsha's turn.
Okay, so I don't see the ghost lady at all.
No, you do not.
I saw her go into this room.
If you do that, you'll take damage.
Nice.
I mean, did I see her go into that room?
No, but I'm saying that the moonbeam there's the moonbeam right.
I can't see past it.
No, you can. What I'm saying is like if you walk into the moonbeam, you'll take damage from it.
Right, I'm just looking to see if I see her in there.
Oh,
at
you're
all.
just looking in the room. No, you don't see her.
Did I see her go in there? I don't remember where I saw her go.
She went southward from where she was, which is where Damien is.
Okay, so I should go.
There is a. You notice that there is a door here. So there's something to the left of this door, which you would assume is where she went. She could have gone somewhere after that, but. Yeah.
Guess I will. I don't know. I guess I'll step away from combat for now since I'm getting beaten up. I'll go over here. I guess I'll go hang out with the dog.
Okay.
And I guess I'll burn a cure wounds.
Okay. And now it is. So go ahead and roll that. And nice. That's good.
Not that helps.
Unfortunately, you can't get 13 because your
maximum
is 11. But yeah. Now it is. Yeah, that was a real bad luck to get a crit on that. At least you were in a different form because you probably would have died outright. You would have just died if you hadn't been in Badger form.
That's why I did.
Yeah. Now it is her turn. She's going to move back over here, so you can go ahead and do your Eldritch Blast. It will be at disadvantage because she's in melee with you. That's for
Sure
Will.
thing. Da-da-da. Oh, such a good roll though. Yeah.
No, that. Oh, actually, that does that hit? Let me check.
6 plus 6, 12. 12 is the total.
I know. Let me see here. Look at her. Yeah, 12 is her armor class. So
Hey, there we go.
you got it.
9 points of force damage.
She looks very insubstantial now, but she's still kicking.
Gotcha. Oh, also,
And-
I looked at it. The Eldritch Knight's summoned weapons aren't magical, but my packed weapon is for the sake of
Yes.
overcoming resistance. I just wanted to clarify that in case I made attacks.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
She's going to. She goes, "Where's my baby?" She doesn't seem to have seen the wreckage of the baby doll. And she's gonna attack you. Ooh, yeah, that hits. Go ahead and make a con save.
This is going to be awful.
You take 11 necrotic damage.
Okay, 5 of which goes to my temporary hit points.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Discord is being all kinds of wacky today.
Yeah. So go ahead and do your con save. Remember, you have added. Are you blessed?
I'm
Or
not.
no. Okay. Go ahead and roll. That's good. So your hit point maximum stays the same, but
Wonderful.
you do take. It
11
goes off
damage.
of it goes off of your temporary hit points first, and then the rest goes on.
Yeah, so I take 5 into temp and then 6 damage overall.
Okay. And I think she's going to. She's going to attempt to move through the wall again. So did you say that you have your saber out?
Yeah, I still have my saber out.
Okay, so you can go ahead and do an attack of opportunity. Well, no, you can't because you used your reaction already. I just remembered. Never mind. So she goes past through. And yeah, let's see here. No, she'll stay right there. Okay, now it is Rowan's turn.
Cool. I'll move the moonbeam to like away from the doors.
Okay.
So I'll just push it over to the right a little bit, yeah. And then I'll start looking through the doors.
Okay, you open the door. Just a second. Where? Okay, you see her.
She's in here.
Oh, do I get an attack on her?
No, you can't see her.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just run back to the group and tell them.
Okay. And now it is Raphael's turn.
So I can tell that the moonbeam is not there anymore. Yeah.
That is correct. It has been moved.
Alright. 5, 10, 15. I don't see anybody in here.
That's because you don't have. Oh, does the moonbeam give off light?
Yes.
How much light does it give off?
Also, I would like to point out my candles are still here. I haven't broken concentration. Actually, it's not. I don't think Dancing Lights is concentration.
It is concentration.
Okay, so I'd have to be making checks for the damage I took.
Yeah.
Because
dim light
Dancing
fills a
Lights
cylinder.
is still up.
Does it give off any light?
Oh, no, I don't think it gives off light away from it, only in it.
Got it. Okay.
Is that how?
Never
I've
mind
never noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your dancing lights would have been in this room anyways, so it's not of any use.
Okay. I couldn't see exactly where he was moving from my perspective.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it then. If I can't see them, I can't hit them.
You do hear a little bit of wailing from the room to your left. So you know she's in there. You just can't see where. If you want to, you could go in there and choose a square and attack it. You'd have disadvantage.
Yeah. I think I'm going to just move 1 square further, and then hold an action to see if I can attack something when I see something.
Okay, and that's with your sword, right?
Yes, that would be
Okay.
one-handed longsword.
Okie dokie. Now it is Damien's turn.
Okay. Cool. I am going to. I'd go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, she was in that lower room. Okay. Hold on. Because did she move down towards Raphael?
She moved southward, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I would have moved towards her.
That's fine.
Okay. So I started here. So 5, 10. Do I see her? Because I have dark vision.
No, you don't see her.
Okay. With my
There is a door southward and to your left.
okay.
And it's open.
Okay. I'll move another 5 feet. And can I see her in that room?
Yeah, you should be able to see. Let me check your thing. You should be able to see her. Yeah, you can see her.
Okay. So I'll move 20 feet of movement and make an attack with my packed blade.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, that hits.
9 points of damage to her.
Okay. Your sword. How do you want to take her out?
Ooh.
I'll just kind of like stab it through her centerpiece, and as she's like beginning to fade away, I'll like look her in the eyes and just, I'll see you down there.
Oh my.
She screams one great scream, and like there's like this shriek and this like reverberation, and she disappears.
Okay.
Okay. I think we'll
I'll
go ahead
walk.
and take.
Sorry,
I
go
think we'll
ahead.
go ahead and take a break now because I really need to use the restroom.
Same.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me just change my music to our creepy music. And we'll go ahead and do a 15-minute break.
Okay, let me stop
See you
stream.
then.
Yeah, we can stop this stream.
Okay.